For those people who are new to this channel, I want to welcome you as we dive deep into this whole issue of DV lottery. We know that the DV lottery will be happening at around October of this year, and each and every year it's always October, but the dates right now we do not know them, but we'll be digging deeper into knowing what are the do's and the don'ts of application. This whole discussion about DV lottery, it's a long discussion, but I'll try to edit and remove the bits which are not so necessary. We'll be doing it with someone who is very well conversant with this whole issue of DV lottery, which otherwise most people call it the green card. So be sure to listen and like this video. You can share it to at least one person, and if you are not subscribed to this channel, it will do good when you subscribe to this channel so that we grow together. Thank you guys, and continue watching. You can also watch other videos in this channel, and also ask questions where you do not understand. I'll be answering them when I see them. Thank you for watching on the YouTube side. I want to welcome you to this session. It is a short session of around 20 minutes. We'll be talking about DV lottery, and I'll be checking questions from both sides. So kama uko pale kwa YouTube, kama uko kwa TikTok pia, yote ni sawa. Tutaweza ongeleshana pande zote mbili na nitakuwa naona maswali zenu. Anyway, nilikuwa nimefanya another video about DV lottery, and we said that it will be next month. Tentatively it will be next month, and for people who want to apply for the DV lottery, there are requirements. Last year the requirements were a little bit different because there was need of a passport for you to apply, and this year there is a memo which was sent by a government official communicating about the DV lottery, and most likely there will not be a need for a passport for you to apply. Travel passport, that is what I mean. But you'll need all the other things. You'll need to have a high school certificate, and be at least 18 years, and do not do multiple entry, which jeopardize your chances of getting the DV lottery. Also check on the photos zenye unatumia ku apply for the DV lottery. You need to look for a studio which is a good studio to do your application, because that is another thing which disqualifies most of our people who want to apply for the DV lottery. For people who are in other countries, maybe in Gulf, you are working there, look for a way where how you can get a good photo. Look for if you're able to visit studios, if you're able to also look for someone who can come to your place where you are and make a good photo which can be used for the DV lottery. Otherwise, if you use a photo which is old, more than 6 months, the US systems have a way of detecting. There are ways of detecting that a photo which you've used is old. Because if I make a photo today, in 20 years I'll be able to, it can be put through a computer system, and people will be able to know whether it was taken a long time ago. So anyway, I'll want to push as many people as possible to make the application, because last year the numbers were not so many, because many people were not able to apply because of the passport requirement. But also the passport requirement was a good thing, regardless that ilikuwa ni still a bad thing, but they reduced the number, so chances were high. When the passport was not a requirement, the number of applicants was ilikuwa inaenda mpaka at least 30 million, which is a very big number. And when the passport was a requirement, is around 5 million. So chances were high last year and the previous year, but now it's not. It will not be easy. So anyway, we'll be doing videos to remind our people to apply, because I realize that most people do not know that it's just a window period of at least 1 year. Not 1 year, it's 1 month, starting from around 5th of October to the end of the month. So you need to take advantage of that 1 month, apply for it, and we'll be seeing the results from around May of the next year. So if you apply October, you'll have to wait up until May of the next year, which is 2024, to check the results. So people will be asking about the link. I'll share the link in my video. I'll do a video and share the link, because most people confuse the link, and I cannot verbalize it right now. So Pauline, if you're able to write the link for people who are in TikTok, you can write for them. It is state.gov state.gov, so that is where you apply. And you need to be so, what do I say? You need to apply following the rules, because most people are pushed out because they are not able to follow the rules to the letter, because that is how people lose out, because there's a requirement for the passport photo to be a certain size, which you can check online. And if you are doing the photo yourself, make sure that the size is the correct one, the background is the correct one. If they don't require you to have spectacles like mine, don't have spectacles. If they don't require you to have the turban, kilemba, don't have it. And they also do not require you to be in any kind of uniform, or any kind of uniform, maybe uniform for where you work from. So anyway, I'm hoping people have questions, and I'll try to read questions on both sides. There's someone who's asking for my number, and that is Tola. Tola, you can contact me through TikTok. You know my TikTok channel. Contact me. There's a contact form. Otherwise, I'll check the comments. You can write a comment in any of my videos in YouTube. I'll contact you. Another person is Milka Gitonga, is asking, thank you, Jackson, which is the best studio that you know in Nairobi? I'll not recommend any studio, because I've not researched about a good studio. But if you go to Nairobi, most of these big studios know how to do a photo for the DV lottery. I'm here today. That is Traiga Karani. Thank you. So let me go to the other side of TikTok and see what is happening. I'll be answering the questions both sides. So let me see. Comments have rushed through, but I'll try and do you offer assistance on how to apply? I'll be trying to assist people to apply the DV lottery. I know it's not a mean feat, but I'll be trying to help people to apply, and that will be at a small fee, because it's not a mean feat. Otherwise, you need to have those things which I've mentioned, because it is not easy for me to apply while you are away and you don't have those requirements. So I'll encourage most people to do the applications where they are. If you're in Dubai, look for a cyber cafe. If you are not able to do yourself, pay them some small fee and allow them to apply for you. Because me as Jackson Muindi, I might not be able to apply for everyone. I have all the documents only from 4 certificates. Or before I forget, that is a one requirement for the DV lottery. You need to have finished your high school. You need to have finished secondary school, because the USA doesn't want people who are not able to communicate or do some jobs when they go to their country. Let me see another comment. As the USA Embassy resumed services normally, nothing is normal since we got into COVID-19, and everything is going slowly. Can I assist in applying? Someone is Wandime is asking whether you can assist. It's okay if you get someone you can assist. Please, can you talk about Canada? We'll talk about it. And I don't know what you want us to talk about Canada today. We are talking about DV lottery. Previous year DV lottery requirement passport number or apply, is that the same year? What do you mean? Previous year DV required passport number to apply. This year it might not, most likely it won't require, because there is a memo to that effect. Otherwise, there is no official communication, but there is a memo shared in between USA government officials. Some of us are remote Nyeri town. There's always cyber cafes. There are so many. Go there when it is time, which is next month, and look for a cyber which will assist you to apply. Also, for those who are in other countries, you can also go to the town which is near you, and they'll assist you to apply. If I'm also applying for any kids, should they have a passport? I'm repeating myself. This year, it will not be a requirement while applying. The only time the passport will be required is if you win and you get the invitation. That is when you will require, obviously, to have a travel passport for you to apply. But the passport photo, if you're applying, you'll need the passport photo for all the family members. If it's your husband, if it's your wife, if it's the children, all of them, you'll require a passport photo. I hope you are getting the difference. Yeah, high school is a requirement during your visa interview. Yeah, na kama uko na hii iko sawa ama hiyo SAT, I think it's D minimum of D. What are the requirements for applying? I think I've said the requirements. You can check them in my YouTube channel when we are through with this. It's D minus. So wenye walikuwa last year bado zao hazijakuwa processed because of embassy issues. Oh yeah, there is a delay. I hope they'll rush through but some numbers, if your number is so farther away, there are chances that you might not get an interview date. It happens. To apply a visa, do you need a passport with you? Yes, you'll need to apply for the visa. Those in Nyeri, I recommend someone. Yeah, Travel with Duo is there. I can recommend someone. B+ is okay. Canada, they have lottery. No, it's express entry for Canada. If I'm single, it's okay. If you're single, you apply yourself. You don't include anyone. Can you get a Bachelor of Business? That's a different thing. Is it the measurement of the photo same or the yes, it's the same, no difference. For single people I've answered. Na kama hauna marriage certificate unaweza apply. Yes, you can apply, but if you win, by the time you get to the visa interview date, you need to have gotten a marriage certificate with your husband or wife. How do I apply au pair? No, today we are not talking about au pair. Is passport a requirement this time? Most likely it's not. Can you go to the interview in another country because of embassy issues? You can, but you'll need to at least show that you've stayed there for at least 6 months, so that you get the interview date. What if you have a kid or you are sim? I don't know what that means. But if you have a kid, while you're applying, you include the kids and maybe your husband, because you'll need to show. Otherwise, if you get married in between the application and the winning, you can also include your husband or wife and show the marriage certificate. It just needs to be a legitimate marriage. How can you know when to have the correct photo? Can you know when you have the correct photo? Somehow it determines. You're able to know, but some things like the background, it might not be able to tell. I think last time they had a tool which showed you whether you have the correct type of photo. If I am single mom of 2, can I apply? Yes, you can apply. Separated, but I have a kid. Will it be possible? Yes, you can. The only challenge comes when you get now the visa. That is when you need the consent of the other parents for you to be able now to travel with a kid to USA. Or there's another way whereby if you are a sole custody, you are the one who has been living with this kid and the father or the mother has not been available, you can go through the court way. You seek I think it's an affidavit, so that they give you sole custody of the kid. Now you'll be able to travel with the kid without this is to deter people who might do what we call child trafficking and such things. Separated, okay. What if you are single, none without divorce papers? An adult person, you'll not be barred from traveling if you, but the kids, the issue becomes with where there are kids who need to travel with you. Ni lazima my husband pia kuwe na form 4 certificate. No, if you win yourself, it's not a must. When the principal applicant has a what we call the principal applicant is the one who requires to at least have secondary school. When is the starting date for applications? Tentatively around the start of October, which is next month. So you can take the whole of this month, which is September, next month, which is September. And when it reaches October, you'll be ready for the application. It's a tentative date. It's not yet announced, but they announce when it reaches. If I'm not married, am I allowed to include my child? Yes, you are. Inafunguliwa lini? Nimejibu hiyo. It's around tentatively around the start of October. Just James, please repeat how to apply for a green card kindly. Just go to my YouTube channel. I'm recording these on both sides. You'll be able to get what we've discussed the whole time. So anyway, I want to check whether YouTube, there are people asking questions. I see Olefa is there. I have been asking that, can someone be accepted if he doesn't know English well? Yes, the DV lottery does not require you to know so much English. So just that is Tola. I've answered your question. I know, Tola, you're also in TikTok. You can also liaise there later. Just Olefa, it depends with details of the D260 form. I don't know what Olefa you are talking about, but I think you're answering about the filling of the DS260. I'm happy to follow you, bro. I will come to your inbox, brother, for more for more for my P1 wife. It's okay that yes, you can talk to me. There's no problem. Then I'm also saying, because I have a form in my TikTok bio, you can also go there, fill that form, and it's a chargeable fee if you want me to delve into your very personal issues, because I cannot keep up with 100 of you if they come into my inbox, because I just have one phone. Just understand that. You go to my bio, you fill a form which is there, a small fee you pay, then we'll be able to connect and discuss the issues you have. I want to now start bringing people live. I have a pet. Is it included? Or no, pet is not included. Can someone be accepted if she doesn't know English well? I've answered that. Na mtoto kama si wa huyo mtu unaishi na yeye, wanaweza jua? No, they don't do DNA. What speaks there is the papers. What are the requirements? I've spoken about the requirements in my YouTube channel. You can go there and see for yourself. For those people who don't know, my YouTube channel is Jackson Muindi. It's the same way as my TikTok channel, just that TikTok changed the username and the profile name. They interchanged. So you just go to YouTube and type Jackson Muindi without an H. Chevan, I'm not assuming your messages. It's just that there's some messages rush so fast. I'm not able to. What if principal applicant doesn't have enough funds for accommodate the beneficiaries? Can he proceed? Yes, you can. And money is just something which you can look for if you get the visa. And the issue of hosts, once you win the USA green card, there's the issue of host when you reach the US. This is what people do. If you by good chance you win, you go to Facebook groups. There are so many Facebook groups where you can search for people who come from your country, and they'll host you. And if they do not host you, they can just you can fill their details as your host technically, but in your mind you know that they are not hosting you. They are just filling for the purpose of filling. I don't want to speak so much about this because because of that reason, you know. So let me see whether there are questions. Frida, I think I need to talk to you. What are the requirements? Good morning, Frida. Nimekuona. What are the requirements, please? I've talked about can Kenya Police apply? Yes, you can. Your YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Jackson Muindi. I've answered. And I think there are people who want to come live. I think Pauline. Thanks. Frida, if you're free, you can also come. I don't know whether you're okay with that. Yes, Pauline, welcome.
Hi,
unless you just need to mute. Hi to you. Are you good?
Yes, so I wanted to help someone who is saying that they don't have a high school certificate. And there's this school in Jogoo Road. It's called Church Army High School. It's for adults. Those who are here and you're an adult, and you don't have a high school certificate. Instead of you thinking of going and getting one from River Road, because you cannot use that one, for example, at the US Embassy, you know, it's not okay. It's not okay, but you can have one for yourself by just going back to school as an adult. It's not a full-time school. You can be going there maybe in the evening or other times.
Yes.
And it will help a lot. So the person who was saying that they don't have a high school certificate, I know some of us maybe didn't get a chance to go to high school, but you can make things happen for yourself. People are going back to school even
Pauline,
when they're adults. Yes?
Sorry, Pauline.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to disconnect these earphones so that the people who are listening on YouTube can hear you. I know they cannot hear. Olefa, can you hear me? Because I need to disconnect this. Just a little bit. It might distort the whole thing, but let me try and disconnect it so that the people who are listening on YouTube can benefit with the information you're giving. Just a moment. Where they call it Rikana Church Army. Pauline, are you back? I need you to request to come back so that you tell people about. Let me see whether I can see Pauline. Pauline is here, so that she tells you what to do if you do not have an high school certificate. Olefa, you'll tell me whether you are hearing so as well, because I don't know what is happening. Pauline, I'm back. Sorry for that. For those who are listening.
It's okay. So this is what I was saying. So I was saying those without a high school certificate, because, for example, maybe you will not get it soon for you to apply for this year's green card, but with green card, it doesn't have like age limits. Okay, so if you're 20, if you're 30, and you don't have a high school certificate, and that's one thing that is making you not to apply for the green card, you can always go back to school. And with this adult school, you don't necessarily have to go back to Form 1 or Form 2. You can decide to go to Form 3 if you know you can catch up, because we have people who are smart. Maybe the only reason why they did not get to attend high school is because they didn't have money or some other issues, But all is not lost. You can join these adult education schools, like that one in Nairobi, and also Google has everything. If you're not in Nairobi, if you're in Nyeri or anywhere else in Kenya, you just need to use your Google. Just type adult school for that are offering like KCSE certificate. You see, go back, take your time, get your certificate, and then you're good to go. Because again, there are those things that you cannot go getting them at the, I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. You cannot forge a certificate. That's what I'm talking about, actually, especially the high school certificate. You see, if for example, you're eyeing on going to the US Embassy for visa interview, you don't have to forge that. You can go back to school while still you're working.
So, you said the school in Church Army, Rikana. I think it's Rikana, Jogo Road.
Yes, it's also on Facebook and all social media. You can they can check them out. And we also have so many other schools. Also in Kiambu we have a school, because I have a friend of mine who went back to school, but she was studying in Kiambu. I don't know exactly the name of the school, but I think this is something that we need to talk about or to give out information about. Like I would request, like, you can do a research, You can do a research on schools that are offering these courses, this certificate, and share it with people. People might be interested, but they don't know how to go about it. Some things that you have to go back maybe to a high school and go back to school from morning to evening, like for 4 years. No, you can go as like part-time.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
and you get your certificate, you'll be able to apply.
Yeah, so another question I needed to answer is those who are asking about maybe you have a kid and you don't live with your father and you want to apply. This is what I'll tell you. When applying for green card, include your kid there. But the father will be very important in this case. So you'll have to talk to them for papers. Unless you change the birth, the father is not included in the birth certificate or stuff, unless you're including your dad or someone else, but still you need their dad to authorize the kid to travel with you. And this applies even to so many other countries. You cannot live with the kid without a signature from both parents.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you'll need you'll need their consent. You'll need the consent of the other parent if you want to travel with the kid. Yeah.
Yes, and also if you're married, if you live with your husband and you're married, your husband can apply and you can also apply. Include them and they include you. You can do that also.
Yeah. So you find that you're having two applications which are.
Yeah, exactly. You can apply and include your husband, and your husband can also apply and include you.
Okay, someone is asking whether if you cannot trace the husband, you cannot trace the father, the kid.
How?
I think I have an answer, unless you have another answer, Pauline.
Okay, I don't know what they mean if you cannot trace the father of the kid, because if he left while the kid was I don't know, you need to get I don't know, but you need to ask the government when it comes to that. Oh, you change your name, the name of your kid. Sorry, you change everything.
I asked someone in the morning in my YouTube, in my TikTok channel, in one of my videos, and they say that you can go to the court and seek something which is called sole custody. Sole custody means that you are the only person who is paying. Yeah, so the court will weigh its options, and if it's okay, they'll grant you sole custody, which will now then again allow you to travel with the kid to the country you want to travel to. So
yeah, what of those who separated? It's okay, even if you're separated. As separation doesn't mean that the kid does not need the other parent. The other parent has the same right as the other one. Like both parents have the same rights. So you'll need to talk to if you're the father and you're staying with the kid, you'll need the consent of the mother. If you're the mother and you're staying with the kid, you'll need the consent from the father. And I don't see any parent who will refuse their kid to get such kind of opportunity. Like for me, even if I'm separated from my husband, and maybe my husband, not my husband, maybe my ex, if I might call them that way, they let me use this term. The father to my kids get a chance to go to the US, and they want to bring my kid with them or our kid with them. I'll not say no, because it's not about me. It's about my kid. It's about the future of your kid.
But Pauline, most men are not willing and they are not ready to sign papers for their baby mamas. Let me use that word to travel with the kid, because I have so many issues in my DM whereby people, mostly women, are telling me that their former husbands or their separated spouses are not willing to sign the consent. Actually, most people are not.
There's someone who is asking, what about living together but without a marriage certificate? You can still apply, but by the time, if you win the green card, you'll have to get a marriage certificate. It's not hard, You can get a marriage certificate. Yeah, you can go and get married as a permanent body.
Yes, you can go to the AG's office. So that is where you get a marriage certificate if you don't have the money to hold a wedding. Let me see whether we have a question. If you are separated, just have the documents and avail them at the embassy. But I think this thing of separation will regardless whether you are separated or not, you'll need consent from the other parent to travel with the kid. If the other parent is not. Do you have another question, Pauline?
Not really. I guess
someone is asking, thanks so much. Some of us separated, we had no marriage certificate, but we had a child. The issue is the child. Separation is not a big deal. But the issue about the child, that is when you'll need to seek legal redress if you want to travel with a kid, whereby you can get sole custody if the other partner is not involved in issues related to the kid, or you cannot trust them. What about yes?
There's a very interesting question here. It's interesting and also very important. There's someone who is asking, if you win, do they pay for your ticket and a place to stay?
I'll say that has been the general perception of everybody, that the USA government pays for your air ticket and gives you a place to stay when you win the DV lottery, which is not true. Otherwise, it's a responsibility to have your own money and arrange a person or a place where you'll go and live when you go to the US. I know most people, even me in my younger age, used to think that the USA government gives you a job, gives you a car, gives you everything.
Yeah, and another thing I can add on that is when you're applying, when you win a green card, it doesn't mean like for sure you are going to get the visa, because again you have to go for an interview. So if you don't present what they want, you might end up not getting the visa. So that is something else that you have to put in mind. Yes, you've gotten a green card, but it doesn't mean like 100% you're going to get the visa. The chances are you're going to get it, but if you don't present everything that is being asked from you, then there'll be a problem.